From VPR to Grey's Anatomy Season 21, Jessica Capshaw and Camilla Luddington have strong opinions. If we're calling it what it is, having a conversation with Jessica Capshaw and Camilla Luddington is basically the best version of a girls' chat there is. The Grey's Anatomy stars, Capshaw appeared as Arizona Robbins for 10 seasons before leaving her full-time role in 2018, and Luddington has starred as Jo Wilson since 2012, get together weekly for their iHeartRadio podcast, Call It What It Is, to dish on, well, whatever they, or their listeners, want. We are constantly texting, Capshaw tells us weekly in an exclusive joint interview with Luddington, noting that the twosome have their own text chain, a group chat with their podcast producers, and a third, bigger chain with iHeart employees. I would say between the three of them, we sort of have a process where things can get thrown out, or things that are top of mind, or things that are top of the news. Luddington adds, the Call It crew, our listeners, will tell us, like, hey, we wanted you guys to do an episode on this. And we listen. Sometimes within our own podcasts, we will start on a subject and by the end we realize, like, wait, it's taken us here, we gotta do a whole episode about this. Aliens was a very recent one. The pair, of course, are aware that their audience wants to hear them talk about Grey's, and they are more than down. Related, why Jessica Capshaw disliked Grey's co-star Camilla Luddington at first. Always. We never get tired of that, Luddington says as Capshaw agrees. What has become a developing and pretty consistent and accurate opinion is that my memory is not. I'm a little goldfishy, Capshaw continues. So sometimes we'll be asked to remember something and I'll have a memory of something and it will be wrong. It'll be something that never happened, or it was the wrong season, or didn't happen to me. The duo are also on the same page for a dream storyline if Capshaw returned for a Jo/Arizona arc. We just went to Palm Beach, in real life, and we had way too much fun there. You know when Kourtney and Khloe took over Miami? Luddington asks, referring to the Kardashians spin-off. I see it like Jo in Arizona take over Palm Beach. Capshaw admits she loves the idea, adding, but while we're on vacation, there's a medical emergency. Sure. I mean, if we can fit it in, Luddington replies. Between the martinis, we save someone and then we go back to tanning. Another topic the twosome don't tire of? Taylor Swift. If we got to interview her, I would stay up all night long researching, Capshaw declares before diving deep into her number one question for Swift. Maybe it's just because of the phase of life that I'm in, but I find her to be so inspiring, how she tackles problem solving. She speaks about hardship and challenge in her life, but with real clarity and opinion. I would love to know what she attributes that to. You're born with certain things and certain energies, but I also think that as we grow and evolve, there's a discipline to it. And I'm curious about how that metamorphs from, the girl with the bouncy, blonde ring curls, just making it happen for herself, to this woman who commands the attention and audiences, who is always on her front foot with such genuine joy and gratitude for people participating in the show. Related, how Taylor Swift helped Camilla Luddington film hard Grey's Anatomy scene. Luddington adds that she would want to ask the pop star what she would want to clear up the most. What is the one thing that people assume about her that's not true? Based on their fun back and forth, both on the podcast and during this Us interview, it's hard to believe that the two women didn't actually hit it off when Luddington first joined Grey's Anatomy for season 9. It's a good example of people where their first impressions weren't so great. And sometimes you're mistaken and you learn to love each other, Luddington says. The super obvious lesson is you have a first impression and then you need to be nimble and you need to be ready to have a different opinion, Capshaw adds. Dubbed Burgergate, the actresses recently rehashed how Capshaw confronted Luddington for posting an unflattering photo of Capshaw eating a burger while trying to show off the food truck creator Shonda Rhimes sent to set. After that happened, I was like, this chick is so uptight, Luddington says, leading Capshaw to start laughing and note that word actually hasn't come up yet as they've retold the story a few times. This is exclusive, Jessica Capshaw's real uptight, they both say at the same time before Luddington clarifies, and she's really not uptight. I was very wrong. So I also made an assumption about you over the burgers. Keep reading for Capshaw and Luddington's answers to a game of Call It What It Is, inspired, obviously, by the name of their podcast.